Hello chat, we are back for the next watch along in, what group is this? I think there's Group C game, Brazil versus Morocco. Hey, this should be probably, in terms of quality wise, one of the best games should have tonight. Watch it be a both 0-0, but saying that, Brazil in a World Cup, certainly not going to get a 0-0 out of them anyway. But as you can see from the title and the thumbnail, of course, Brazil versus Morocco, and the starting 11. We'll go through straight away the starting 11 for both sides. We'll start with the Brazilian side. Our Ali is in between the sticks anyway. Alisson Becker is fit for Brazil, which is fantastic news, not just for Brazil, but hopefully for Liverpool in a couple of weeks' time anyway, when we do head in to the Premier League campaign and, of course, pre-season as well. So the back line, Ibanez, obviously Marquinhos, Gabriel, Santos, and then the two number sixes, you got Casemiro and Bruno Guimaraes as well. Two names that we are very familiar with in terms of Premier League football. And the forward line for Brazil isn't too bad. It's not quite Garrincha, Pele, Zico, and the other lads that they used to have. Obviously, Neymar is included in the Brazil side, but he is going to be missing for this game tonight anyway. But you got Rafinha, you got Paquetá, obviously Vinicius Jr. and Igor Thiago leading the line for Brazil, which is certainly fully deserved off the back of the fantastic campaign he did have for Brentford. And if anyone's not seen his rise in terms of all the struggles he's been through as a player, and I think there was a fantastic VT, as we were speaking on the last show anyway, a fantastic VT, I think it was done by TNT or Sky Sports anyway. But yeah, just describing his journey when he was speaking about, obviously when you're getting family members, everyone involved as well. But yeah, a fantastic bit of VT, and it fully deserved it. And yeah, he's leading his line, he's leading his country in the 2026 World Cup. It's a thing of dreams for many Brazilian forwards as well, and he's certainly got that. And yeah, he's a lad with a lot of quality as well, as a lot of us have seen. Certainly when he played against Liverpool did struggle up against him, as did many defences as well in the Premier League. So Morocco, obviously semi-finalists in the 2024 Qatar World Cup anyway. A lot of surprise coming into that tournament, but there's been a lot of investment, a lot of money put into the development of not just Morocco, but African football as well, which is fantastic for all the African nations, but certainly Morocco in terms of the way they're developing as a footballer nation as well. Season on season, every single tournament they are going into, they've done really well anyway. And obviously the African Cup of Nations champions as well. Of course, obviously it was absolute utter carnage, wasn't it? Chat, who actually won? Because Morocco got beat by Senegal, didn't he? And then I think it was a couple of weeks later, then they awarded the game to Morocco. So yeah, I've got it as on my notes, the winners of the African Cup of Nations anyway. But yeah, a team with a lot of quality, some familiar names that you might not be aware of, but you probably will get used to as you will go to bigger teams in European competition and bigger teams in Europe. But Bonu, obviously the number one for Morocco, penalty save specialist, of course. Obviously in the last World Cup he saved quite a fair amount of penalties in the lead up to the semi-finals for Morocco. And the back line, some very familiar names that you will know of, especially three of them anyway. Achraf Hakimi, the PSG right full-back as well. Diop, obviously, I think he's he's at Fulham now, but former West Ham centre-half as well. Riyad as well, the other centre-half. And then you've got Mazraoui anyway, the Manchester United full-back anyway. He is playing left-back this evening. And then, obviously, Bouhaddi, their number 6 for Morocco, has been heavily linked with Liverpool. Chat, I'm going to be honest, this is going to be the first time I've actually sat down and going to be watching hopefully 90 minutes of him, but very highly regarded in European competition anyway. Obviously the Lille central defensive midfielder, centre mid, 6/8 anyway. Very talented 18-year-old anyway. Let me be honest, I haven't watched many Lille games, but if you listen to the data, lads, and lads that know a fair bit more than me anyway, in especially that have watched this lad. He's meant to be really good, so it'd be great to watch all of us, especially with him being potentially linked with Liverpool as well. And then alongside Buardi in that defensive midfield position, you've got El Yunus, and then the forward line for Morocco this evening is Brahim Diaz, obviously the Real Madrid right winger anyway, and then on the other flank you've got El Kanous. I think he plays for Stuttgart as well. 22-year-old, a lot of quality, a lot of pace. And then the attacking midfielder tonight is Uani as well. And then up front is Salberi as well. The PSV Eindhoven striker, 25-year-old anyway. He was a lad with a fair amount of quality, just looking at how many goals he's got this season. Yeah, for PSV Eindhoven, played 37 games, 19 goals and 9 assists, the Moroccan forward. So a lad with a lot of quality and certainly a lot of goals as well. So it's going to be fascinating. Obviously, Azani Awandi as well. Did Girona get relegated, chat? Obviously, the attacking midfielder anyway did get 5 goals, 2 assists in La Liga anyway. But chat, apologies. I think Girona did get relegated, but he's a lad, especially if you did watch the last World Cup, he was a lad that did stand out for me. He had a very good tournament. Morocco's number 8, so I think for the Moroccan nation on their side as well, hopefully he'll have a very familiar tournament, especially, I'll tell you, if Morocco got to the semi-final, probably would be a surprise for many people, but certainly not for me and anyone that has watched this Moroccan side develop, especially off the back of the last World Cup that they've had as well. So couple of stars for the present and certainly stars for the future as well. The Brazil bench, you've got Edison, you've got Weverton, you've got Santos, and you've got Bremer, Danilo, Danilo, 2 Danilos on the bench. Edison, who was called up late, obviously the future Manchester United player by the looks of it, obviously former Atalanta midfielder as well. You've got a familiar face there in Fabinho as well. And then you've got Endrick, Martinelli, Henrique, Matthias Cunha and Rayan as well. And Neymar is injured, obviously with a calf injury, but he's expected to be back for game week 2 in this game as well. So one to keep an eye on, chat. Would be nice to see Neymar in a tournament anyway. Would be nice, really nice to see him back to full fitness. And his last, how old is he now, Neymar? Yeah, he is. Chat, how old's Neymar? Let's have a little look. Yeah, he's 34. He's just turned 34 in February as well. So, yeah, it will be his very last tournament for Brazil. Obviously, he is playing in the Brazilian League with Santos. Kept Santos in the Brazilian League as well. The back end of the season did get a bit of squeaky bum time for Santos, but he done enough in the last Brazilian league fixture anyway, in terms of keeping them in the top flight of Brazilian football as well. Got very close for them to getting relegated into the Brazilian second division as well, but fair enough. A big historic club like Santos. I think Pele used to play for Santos as well. There's been many great players that have played for that great historic Santos side. So yeah, in terms of bench for Morocco, some of the familiar names. To have a little scan, obviously Amrabat. Obviously, there was a time where he was marshalling the midfield at Manchester United for a little point in time. Yeah, so a couple of names there, but the standout player for me that I notice anyway, that I've seen a bit of, is Amrabat, and a couple of other names that might be familiar to you, but not for me, in all honesty, chat. But it's going to be fascinating. We are 30 minutes away from kick-off as well, chat. But as you see, and the big noise coming into this tournament is, of course, the fella that is leading and marshalling this Brazilian national side is, of course, Carlo Ancelotti as well. Big up there, AK. Hi, bro. How are we, chat? Hope we're all well. Yeah, but Carlo Ancelotti, chat. Have you got Brazil going deeper into this competition? For me, I think they should be into full consideration. especially any club that is managed by Carlo Ancelotti. Even Everton were playing some half-decent football. And that is probably Carlo Ancelotti's greatest ever achievement in his managerial career. Even though he's a serial Champions League winner as a manager and as a player as well. Then every team that Carlo does manage, he always finds a way of, even if it's the raising of the eyebrow, obviously it's his fantastic tactics as well. But he knows a thing or two of getting over the line anyway. And just looking at the highlights there on the VC of Italy versus Brazil. Obviously Brazil winning against Italy on penalties. But it's a team that is decorated, knows full well how to win a World Cup anyway. Obviously the likes of Pele, 3-time World Cup winner. Of course, Cafu, 2-time World Cup winner. Yeah, they've had littered of world-class talented footballers. Not as good as they were, obviously, under the lads of Pele and the lads, but certainly got some very talented players. You're looking at Vinny Jr. That's the one thing that, as everyone has said about Vinny Jr. He's obviously won numerous Champions Leagues at Real Madrid, hasn't he? But I think if he can have the tournaments, but just looking at the attacking power that Brazil have got coming into this tournament, you've got Vinny on one wing, Rafinha on the other, and then even still, when you've got a player like Rayan to come off the bench, I think the latter stages of the competition, that is real good squad depth. And of course, Paqueta did move back to the Brazilian League. Obviously was heavily linked, of course, with Manchester City all those seasons back anyway, but City sadly didn't get that deal over the line. But he's still only 28 years old, but signed for big money for Flamengo, and I think they did win. It's the Brazilian. I think they won. Yeah, they won one of the big Brazilian trophies anyway, Flamengo, and it was very justified in relation to them, with like that big price tag that he moved. I think it was like 30 odd million he signed him for. That is a lot of money for a Brazilian side, in all honesty. But so it's going to be fascinating. I'm excited, chat. This hopefully will be one of the games of the tournament so far. It would just obviously live commentary tonight, mate. Live commentary as well. But thank you everyone for tuning in. Make sure you drop a like on the video as well. Hit that subscribe button, everyone. I do like Neymar. Yeah, he's been a great player, mate. I think everyone has Neymar up there. And for me, I think he could have achieved a lot more in his career. Like, I think even the early years when he was at Santos, obviously he's won the Champions League. He was involved with that Messi, Neymar, Suarez front line, that great historic Barcelona forward line. Obviously Champions League winner at the time there. But he went for, I suppose, he's a multi-billion, probably not too far off, probably being a multi-billionaire now, the amount of money he's earned, especially being a Paris Saint-Germain as well. But obviously he was signed for 200 odd million from Paris Saint-Germain. Of course, Barcelona couldn't really turn down that money as well. Obviously, it was the most expensive transfer we've ever had in football, isn't he, Neymar to Paris Saint-Germain from Barcelona. But I think if you'd asked him maybe 20 years down the line, do you regret moving from Barca? Probably not for the money, but in terms of being trophies, winning trophies as well, it would have been fascinating if that Suarez, Neymar and Messi forward line did stay together for a bit longer anyway than they actually did. So in terms of quickly going through the start 11, for Brazil, Alisson, Ibanez, Marquinhos, Gabriel, Douglas, Santos, Casemiro, Bruno Gomes, Rafinha, Paqueta, Vinny Jr. and Igor Thiago leading the line as well. So, and obviously Carlo Ancelotti being the head coach. So it's going to be very, very interesting indeed how this link-up does play, in all honesty. It's fascinating, chat. I think that attacking midfield role for Brazil, it's legendary, isn't it? Obviously, Zico, Kaká, even Rivaldo did play some games attacking midfield for Brazil. But obviously, Rivaldo made his name down that left-hand side. But and obviously names like Ronaldinho, down the years, they've had so much quality as well, haven't they? Socrates, you haven't even mentioned him. Obviously, nicknamed the Doctor. He did have a doctorate as a professional footballer as well. Back in the day, you'd have to have a second job in those days. Sadly, it's not like today where you can be a professional footballer and you can pay all the wages, but a hugely intelligent footballer, Socrates, in his own right, but an absolute fantastic world-class footballer as well. Obviously, he was a big lad as well. I think it was Socrates, like 6'5", 6'4" as well. It was very unlike a Brazilian attacking midfielder at that time, but yeah, he could manoeuvre around the football pitch. He could glide past opposition defences with ease, the big man from Brazil. But it's going to be very interesting indeed. Obviously, we've got the Brazil-Morocco game. We will be doing the Haiti-Scotland game a bit later on tonight as well, chat. So keep an eye on that. But sadly, we won't be doing the Australia-Turkey game, chat. It's just a bit too early / late at the night anyway, morning night anyway. So yeah, so apologies if you were looking forward to that. We'll be back a bit later on tomorrow as well for even more games, but we will be covering the Scotland game, and it's good to see if you did miss the Qatar versus Switzerland game. Yeah, Switzerland were punished by Qatar in terms of the last closing stages of that game. But we called the chat. Well, I think, we called it even before Qatar. We were saying on the commentary, can you get one big last opportunity? And they certainly did deliver, the Qatar side, getting an equaliser in the back end of that game. Yeah, I like Ronaldinho. It was legendary. Probably like for many of us, chat, obviously Ronaldinho obviously really got me into football like he did with many football fans out there. I think all those great Nike adverts that he used to do. But yeah, Ronaldinho, he just made football fun. Obviously in the modern era now, there's not many players like Ronaldinho, in all honesty. Obviously Ronaldinho, apart from, obviously everyone speaks about his footballing skills, but the way in which he implemented the skills within games, it wasn't like he was doing the trickery. He was doing the trickery, but he was getting past players as well. I think that goal against Chelsea, was it in the Champions League for Barcelona, where he's literally on the edge of the box, and I think he Trevellas it at Stamford Bridge anyway, if I can remember that on the highlights. But yeah, a phenomenal football. Hopefully we have a couple more players like Ronaldinho come through, but I don't. It's a bit of a, if we do, then it'll be it'd be like a hidden gem, really. That, yeah, in the modern era of football, players are just so robotic. Ronaldinho was a classic throwback player to just go and express yourselves, really. That's why probably a lot of people are excited to see Neymar as well. And even like a player like Vinicius Jr., that's why everyone on every World Cup, you watch Brazil to hopefully bring that samba football, samba quality, the flair, the flicks and tricks. But yeah, and it's very refreshing. If they do that as well, then I think they will be everyone's, hopefully, favourites to win the tournament as well. If they can bring that nice blend of football, the Brazilian samba magic, but if they win games of football, most importantly as well. But yeah, what a player Ronaldinho was as well. Wait 1 second there, chats. But yeah, so in terms of whatever you said there, Steve, yeah, we got Alisson in goal. Yeah, we have Steve. Yeah, hopefully he'll have a bit of a quiet game, but as we said, Gerard Butler's over there in Boston. Obviously, they're Scottish, supporting the Scots anyway. But yeah, chats, it's gonna go absolutely off in New York City as well. Obviously, you've got the Brazilians, and apparently there's a basketball, is it the playoff final as well? So you'll have the celebrations from that, hopefully from New York. But you've got obviously the Brazilians as well, and certainly Moroccan fans. So yeah, New York City will be absolutely bouncing tonight if it goes the way in which everyone's hoping for as well, in terms of the big games, big teams. But yeah, it's going to be fascinating. But yeah, Chas. So, Alisson, yeah, he's in goal. Chas. So, make sure you drop a like on the video as well, everyone. If you haven't already done so, keep on getting your likes in. Do drop a like, share, and a subscribe as well, everyone. Absolute legends. But yeah, we are getting closer to the game anyway. 21 minutes away from kickoff. But yeah, hopefully you're looking at players, and I'm excited really to see a player like Buardi and even Rayan, obviously the Bournemouth forward as well. It's good to see him get his first international tournament call up as well. Obviously, he's been absolutely fantastic since he's arrived into the Premier League. But yeah, it's going to be fascinating. Are we going to be seeing some Brazilian breakout stars in this tournament? And yeah, hopefully they do have a couple of surprises as well. But yeah, so in terms of just quickly checking on, so we're going to have a little look. I'm going to try and get the current standings at this moment in time in terms of all the international teams. Bear with me 1 second here, channel. So just get that up. In terms of the World Cup, so as it stands at the minute, in terms of Group A, obviously Mexico and South Korea. So in terms of Group A, you've got Mexico, South Korea, Czech Republic, and South Africa. But in terms of all the games played there, you've got Mexico on top, obviously with 3 points, and then second you've got South Korea, of course, with that. And then obviously, but it is Mexico versus South Korea in the next big game for them. So you'd think whoever won that in terms of the next game week for them, match game for them, then obviously would progress into the latter stages. But it would be fascinating if Mexico and Korea did get a point apiece. And then obviously that would put them on both 4 points. But in terms of Group B, you've got absolutely everyone on 1 point apiece. So all points are shared. So you got Switzerland, you got Canada, you got Qatar, and then you got Bosnia as well. Obviously at the moment, on standings, you've got Switzerland on top, Canada in second, and then Qatar in third as well. Goal difference is all exactly the same, of course, because both of those games did finish 1-1 in those games. So in Group C, obviously the games that are happening tonight, you've got Brazil, Haiti, Morocco, and Scotland, of course. Scotland playing against Haiti at 2 o'clock UK time, GMT, tonight. And of course, the game we're going to be watching now as well, Morocco versus Brazil. And then going into Group D, you've got USA, Australia, Turkey, and Paraguay. Obviously, the US with an emphatic 4-1 win against Paraguay. Obviously, they are currently in first place in Group D. The USA team, second. Obviously, second and third haven't played yet. So Australia and Turkey are still to play. A lot of Group D favourites. Turkey, everyone's expecting them to top Group D, but you never know. USA might surprise a couple of people, because they certainly did surprise me with that emphatic 4-1 win anyway. But still, being one of the co-host nations of the tournament as well, USA, then certainly did put on a big show in that regard. So yeah, we've got many other big games, big fixtures to go on here as well. So you're looking in the next couple of days in the future fixtures as well. So you've got in Group E, Group F, Group G, H, I, J, K, and L. All still to play. So some of those games, some of the teams still to come in this World Cup. You've got Ecuador, Germany, Ivory Coast, Japan, Netherlands, Sweden, Tunisia, Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand, Cape Verde, Spain, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, France, Norway, Senegal, Iraq, Algeria, Argentina, Austria, Jordan, Colombia, Congo, Portugal, Uzbekistan, and of course you've got Croatia, England, Ghana, and Panama as well. And of course, as we know, if you're not aware, the first couple of games that you've been watching, obviously with the sheer size of this World Cup so far. The third place in these brackets will be teams going through. So anyone from 1 to 8 finishing in the third place bracket. At the moment, it's got Qatar top, which is understandable because Qatar and Czech Republic are the only teams that have played currently in vying for those third place playoffs as well. So it is going to be fascinating. But yeah, if anyone did watch that African Cup of Nations final, it was absolutely madness, wasn't it? Absolutely madness. Yeah, but it was just not a good look really for the African Cup of Nations final anyway. But even though Brahim Diaz missed the penalty for Morocco, it went to extra time, and then Senegal really showed their quality. But yeah, Senegal did lift the trophy. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a bit mad, chat, as we were saying before, top of the show. Yeah, Morocco did get beaten in the final, but the awarding of that decision was then flipped on its head. So obviously, even though Senegal lifted the African Cup of Nations trophy, it was awarded to Morocco like a week later anyways. But obviously that decision is still in the court of arbitration as well, of sport. So it's still, again, in the balance. But the official winner of the African Cup of Nations was, at the end of it was given to Morocco, even though they were beat in the final. But obviously with the Senegalese side leaving the pitch for 17 minutes as well. So it's going to be fascinating the eventual conclusion of that as well. But it's just, yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't a good look for the African Cup of Nations, because it was a fantastic tournament again. But again, for any tournament for that matter, whether that be the Euros, World Cup, African Cup of Nations as well, you want to be seeing everyone doing as good as they possibly can, and you don't want to see the players walking off the pitch and all that. But it happens, and yeah, it's going to be fascinating tonight in terms of the team. But in terms of Alisson Becker between the sticks, you look at the centre-half pairing of Marquinhos and Gabriel as well, chat. Obviously, Gabriel in a fantastic Arsenal side as well. Obviously, the defensive solidity that he has offered that Arsenal backline. I think, chat, if there's any Arsenal fans, do let us know. But I think for me personally, he's been the better of the centre-half pairing over the last 2-3 year period. Obviously, everyone raves about Saliba, but I think that the work Gabriel has done is going to be vital for Brazil. If they are wanting to get into the latter stages of the World Cup, I think it's going to be extremely vital. You look at Gabriel, Marquinhos as well. That is a centre-half pairing that possibly could win you the World Cup, and especially when you've got Alisson Becker behind you as well. That's going to take some beating anyway, in all honesty. So yeah, it's going to be fascinating indeed. Yeah, and then the forward line. You look across the forward line for Brazil, that firepower is probably if you're Brazilian, you're hoping that firepower takes you to, again, another possible World Cup indeed for them. But it's going to be exciting, chat. It certainly is going to be exciting. But yeah, the midfield, the strength, and the defence. But you look at that triangle, Gabriel, Alisson, Marquinhos, that's a big core of where their quality is. And certainly Vinicius Jr., Rafinha on the wings. Yeah, two wingers that love to get at opposition defences, fullbacks as well, and cause absolute, utter carnage for an opposition defence as well. But yeah, it's going to be fascinating, chat. Could Morocco surprise a lot of people, as they did in the last World Cup gone anyway. But we are 9 minutes away from kick-off, chat. Get your score predictions in the comment section below. I'll probably end up start doing this as well, chat. We'll do like a little prediction. I'll incorporate that into the setup anyway for future live streams, chat. But yeah, you look at Brahim Diaz for Morocco, a lad with a lot of quality, 26 years old anyway. Obviously I think it was on loan at AC Milan anyway for a large spell. It was last season or the season before anyway. But he's a lad with a lot of quality. Of course, he did Penenka it against Senegal, which was a bit of a heads gone moment. But yeah, he's a lad with a lot of quality. Since he's obviously been given more license in that Morocco side, yeah, you've got to be on your toes as a defender when he's coming up against you. Obviously, he does facilitate down that right-hand side, but he's very comfortable, very able to go off the right, through the middle, and through the left-hand channel as well. So, yeah, it's fascinating, in all honesty, chat, how this game will pan out. But hopefully we get a load of goals, in all honesty. Yeah, and we are talking about Neymar's there. I think the main thing for Brazil, obviously carrying basically a nation on his shoulders as well. But yeah, fair play. But even Carlo Ancelotti, yeah, I tell you, when you've got a manager like Carlo Ancelotti, chats, obviously did defeat Liverpool on a couple of occasions in the Champions Leagues. Of course, most notably in Athens. Obviously, we did beat him in 2005, but yeah, obviously with the Athens final, Liverpool succumbed to a 2-1 defeat in that final as well, sadly. But obviously the Real Madrid coach, numerous Champions League winner as a player and as a manager as well. So yeah, it's going to be fascinating. Going to be fascinating indeed. Chat, make sure you drop a like. Let us know your thoughts. Are you excited coming into this game? What players are you looking forward to in terms of the Morocco or the Brazilian side as well, chat? It's going to be fingers crossed. We are off the back. Come on, the final whistle tonight. I think we should see a load of goals, chat, if I'm being honest. But yeah, chat. Sandro isn't actually playing tonight, Reds. Or any Brazilians anyway. I was very surprised. I said to you in the last game we just watched anyway, I was just very surprised, in all honesty, that there was no way, you'd like to think that there was no way Santos was going to be playing. Wait 1 second there, chat. Settings. Yeah, there we go. All good. So yeah, we're close to kick-off time here, chat. Put the headphones on. But yeah, obviously, Achraf Hakimi, Champions League winner, back-to-back Champions League winner, coming up against his PSG teammate, of course. Just says a lot about where PSG are at the moment in terms of the experience that those two lads offer. The Moroccan captain, and of course the Brazilian captain as well in Marquinhos. Yeah, Bonu, he loves a thing or two about saving penalties. But Ibanez, obviously, does play in the Saudi Pro League. Obviously, for Al Ali as well. He is a centre-half, but he can facilitate down that right-hand side of the defence. 27 years old, but when he does play centre-half in the Saudi Pro League, he is an extremely very quick, versatile defender. But yeah, a very, very quick. Similar, I'd say, in level of obviously Mickey van der Ven. And of course, Lacroix as well. But yeah. There you go. Yeah. We are close from kickoff. 5 minutes out here, chat. Get your score predictions in. Steve's gone 3-1. 3-1 Steve. 3-1 to Brazil. Tell ya, that would be good, mate. But hopefully we do get a load of goals in tonight's game anyway, because we will be seeing a lot of quality on the pitch tonight from both sides. But you never know, as Morocco did in the last World Cup. They surprised a fair load of people anyway. Ali Becker, go well, lad. Ali probably playing in his final World Cup. Chat. Yeah, national anthems will be happening as well. For Brazil and Morocco very soon. Run those likes up, chat, if you haven't already done so. I'm really excited for this game. Should be a good one. But yeah, I'm going to go probably... I'm going to go... say about 2-1 to Brazil. I'll say 2-1. As the Brazilian national anthem gets belted out. And certainly sung by Ali Becker and the lads. But massive thank you to everyone that did support the stream. Obviously the Qatar versus Switzerland stream. Very, very much appreciated, everyone. If you are new to Anfield Road TV, yes, we are a Liverpool channel, but we do loads of streams in terms of watch-longs and all that. We just love football, so everyone's welcome to the channel. Absolute legends. See how I go. Big moment for them. Finally getting that recognition he certainly has deserved off the back of a stellar campaign for Brentford. Honestly, R9, probably for many, as many would say, the better Ronaldo. But yeah, sadly, his career was cut short, a lot shorter due to his big injuries that he did suffer. But that period in time, where obviously winning the World Cup, 2 World Cups for R9. Yeah, what a player, what a striker he was. And a lot of legends of the game, when you speak about R9, they have him so high up there. I think especially a lot of the Brazilian lads speak about, obviously, just possessed absolutely everything. His pace, his power, his trickery. Just being able to bulldoze past opposition defences as well. He had everything you wanted in an elite level number 9. And is nicknamed R9 for a reason. Ronaldo. As the Moroccan national anthem is belted out by other players as well. But it's all about it as well, chat, as we've seen already so far. It's going to be interesting to see like the South American teams and teams that play at a much higher altitude. Like a lot of people have said, coming into this tournament, those sides that play at higher altitudes, probably the conditions that we are playing in probably will help those teams. And obviously the bigger lung capacity as well. But yeah, it's going to be fascinating. And you never know, as we probably will have in this tournament, as we did with Morocco in Qatar 4 years ago, you'll have probably a breakout team, and you'll probably have many breakout stars from the World Cup that we probably know a thing or two about them, but I think the whole footballing world will eventually know them as well. And certainly won't do them any too bad in terms of any potential scouting going on. Well, there will be scouting going on in the World Cup as well. I think if you are a scout, if a player has a good World Cup, that for me, when you're analysing a player, just goes to show that they can deal with like that high level of intensity, the big game pressure when everything is on the line. It doesn't get any bigger for footballers, the World Cup. It's the biggest sporting arena in football. Like winning for your national club, for your national team anyway. Doesn't get any bigger. So if you're wanting to, if let's say Liverpool, for example, like a player like Buwardi has been linked with Liverpool over the last couple of months, like it's going to be fascinating how he comes up against as well. Hang on, did the subs get it? Did the subs go through the Yeah, I think all the subs went through all the handshakes as well. That's interesting. I was going to say, Fabinho had his kit off. I was like, hang on, he's not in the start 11, he's on the bench. Fair enough. Very close from kick-off here, chat. What is that? Why are they looking into the camera like the VAR? That's mad, that chat. Yeah, let's see how. So, in terms of Brazil side, you've got Alisson, Douglas Santos, Gabriel Magalhaes, Marquinhos, Roger Ibanez, Casemiro, Bruno Gomes, Vinicius Jr., Lucas Paquetá, Rafinha and Igor Thiago as well. And then for Morocco, starting 11 will be coming up very soon. But of course, you got Yassine Bounou, Mazraoui, Shadi Rads, Issa Diop as well, Ashraf Hakimi, El Yunus, Buwardi, Unani, El Kanous, Brahim Diaz, and Ismail Sabiri as well, the PSV forward. So, chat, strap yourselves in. I'll tell you, come on, let's have a fantastic game here. Because I don't think this game will disappoint. At all. There we go, Scouts. Chat. Let's get ready. We got the countdown. Get ready, chat. You know you're in America when they're doing countdowns to the game. And we are underway here, chat. Brazil versus Morocco. Brazil shooting from left to right. And Morocco from right to left. Morocco in the red. I should change that colour for the away side. There we go. Well, yeah, the atmosphere, from what I can hear, sounds absolutely electric. Well, that's what happens when you got the passionate fans of Morocco and Brazilians. There we go. In full song. Bringing the samba magic. Oh, Bruno Gomes. Oh, it's a bad tackle, that. Santos got absolutely sent there by Brahim Diaz. Completely, not in anything malicious, but he's just completely timed that so poorly. There, the Brazilian left back. Mazraoui. Ball into the midfield. Oh, what a touch. Morocco. Down the right-hand side. Ball onto the right-hand side. Good interception by Santos. But the thing is, chat, if you're not seeing much of Morocco play, you see the last World Cup, they were tremendous, man. The ability to play with the ball, like play through the lines as well, is really good. Got a lot of very good, technically gifted footballers that when they are getting pressed, they can come out with the ball as well at the end of it and bypass a midfield. Carlo Ancelotti must have used Arteta's air gel there, because that's not moving, that, mate. But Morocco down the left hand side here now. El Khanous, and that is a foul by El Khanous. Ibanez. Yeah, it's a foul. Poor foul by Ibanez. So an opportunity here. 25 yards from goal. Very left-hand side of the penalty area. It's going to be an in-swinger, I think, by Brahim Diaz. Oh, Leicester. It's the Leicester man, sorry. El Khanous. It is going to be a right footer. So it'll be an in-swinger into the penalty box. Brazil are just inside the penalty box. El Khanous, ball in. Paquetá with a flick on at the front post. Not the greatest of clearances. Well, Igor Thiago has cleared that, but Morocco have still got possession on the halfway line now. I tell you what though, chat, what I like about this stadium, I tell you what, that's some scoreboard, that on the halfway line. You've got like Brazil versus Morocco. If you're watching the game as well, chat, that's very impressive, that. I suppose when you build a stadium of this stature, it's the least you can do anyway. Brazil forwards. Lucas Paquetá. He's done nearly well to get hold of that. And he lunged in there. Gotta be careful. Former West Ham man. Long searching ball here for Morocco. Deep searching ball. Can he keep that in? He have done. And Unahi. Brahim Diaz. To Hakimi down the right hand side. He's done well there, Hakimi, just to generate a bit of space down the right. Morocco, for his best bit of spell here so far in the game. Morocco on the edge of the Brazilian penalty box. It's Gabriel clearing out with his left boot. Marquinhos screaming at his defenders there. Not too best too pleased with how easy it was for Morocco to just bypass that Brazilian midfield. Buardi gliding past Brazilian players there. El Khanous. I'll tell you what, that's going to be some head-to-head battle there. The Leicester man. Ibanez has been beaten. Morocco on the edge of the box. Cleared off. I tell you what, great interception and clearance. But Brazil are on the ropes here. It was great play, great byline play by Morocco there. El Khanous done so well to just drop his shoulder. El Inari, sorry there, chat. Couldn't quite get the right connection on that on the edge of the box. And Brazil just can't keep hold of the ball at the minute. Struggling. But Morocco really suffocating this Brazilian backline. And the through here again, Morocco. Hakimi. He's appealing for a corner there, the PSG man. But I tell you what, fair play, Morocco. Let's have a little look. Does that take a deflection? No, it didn't look like it took a deflection. I'll tell you what, chat. What a start this has been for the African Cup of Nations champions. Brazil, when the ball's getting pumped up forwards, it's just not sticking at the minute. Lucas Paqueta and Thiago need to be doing a much better job of it. Buardi done well just there to capitalise on that slipped header from the Brazilian midfielders. But yeah, Morocco popping it round the corner on many of occasions here. Growing in confidence, growing in stature. But as Brazil can be deadly on the counter-attack, especially with Rafinha and Vinicius Jr. on the wings. Santos on the overlap. And it went down to that central ball in the middle here. Ibanez. Brazil just happy just to keep all the bit of possession for a fair amount of time. We're 8 minutes in and it's been all Morocco. As the chance of Brazil get ushered round the stadium. Ibanez. Casemiro, ball forward. Rafinha on the edge of the box. A good block by Diop. Buardi now. Going out with it at the back. Skip past one. Buardi now. Ball down the left hand side if you can find him. He's still got it here. Buardi, the Leo man. Oh, lovely ball. Morocco still on the edge. Diaz. It's a block by Gabriel. Hakimi's gone for it and there's been a coming together there and it's going to be a free kick to Brazil. And Hakimi, I tell you what, referee, you've been a bit harsh there. I didn't think that was a foul, if I'm being honest. Let's have a little look at that. Yeah, it's just a coming together there. Yeah, Gabriel's been caught by Hakimi's shoulder, but it wasn't anything malicious. And the ball's there to be won in the penalty box. Hakimi won first phase of that ball, but yeah, then obviously the second point of contact, it is coming together anyway. Good chat. Thoughts on, yeah, Scouts. Yeah, good, mate, aren't they? Really good start from the lads. Casemiro, Paqueta's had an absolute awful start here. Morocco on the edge of the box. Buardi, not a foul there, and that's a foul on the Brazilian players. Casemiro and Paqueta have had an absolute disastrous start here for Brazil. Paqueta, he's been absolutely dreadful in the first 10 minutes here. It's just, you wouldn't class that as a Brazilian touch. No Brazilian samba involved, and that's a heavy touch. It's not helping his side at all. What a start. Sloppy again by Brazil in the middle. Sabari. Ounahi. Buardi. Tell you, chat, Morocco got some very talented footballers. But the old ladies are coming out from the Moroccan fans. Only 11 minutes here, but Morocco are playing like 70s Brazil here at the minute. They're just popping the ball around the corner, left, right, up through the centre of the pitch as well. Far more comfortable on the ball than this Moroccan side. Mazraoui's popped up into a position in the midfield here. Marquinhos away. Bruno Gomes, little give and go, and nah, that's a bit soft. That it's a foul on Brazil though. But I tell you what, yeah, it's a little bit of a breather for the Brazilian side now. Much needed breather, but yeah, fair play to Morocco. The intensity really getting tight to the Brazilian players when they do get a touch, swarming them. Yeah, Rafinha and Vinicius Jr. have been non-existent so far, but I'm pretty sure when the time comes, they'll pop up and spring a big opportunity, given the quality of those two lads do possess. Don't count them out. Obviously, attempts on goal with 12 minutes in. Brazil have had 1, and Morocco have had 6 goal attempts. 0 shots on target for either team. But there's been many Brazilian blocks in and around the penalty box. Yeah, I'll tell you what, there's no way to keep on getting away with it, Brazil, though, mate, is there? It's been really poor. Vinny Jr., we were just saying, Vinny to the byline. Ball in! Thiago, the big missed opportunity. It was begging to be put into the back of the net. And as we were just saying there, chat, Vinny Jr. and Rafinha, you can't keep them quiet for 90 minutes. It's just a glanced header by the Brentford forwards. Needs to be sticking that into the back of the net. Big opportunity missed by the big man. Well, that's more like Brazil on the byline, getting it and putting it into the big lads. But Brazil's first big opportunity, it took them 13 minutes to have any fair big opportunity. Obviously, it wasn't a shot on target, but Igor Thiago, how many times have we seen him in that position? It's a lovely flick on by Rafinha. Couldn't quite get that second transition, but yeah, Thiago in that position. It's his bread and butter, isn't it, in a Brentford shirt? Seen that goal so many times this season. Ball gets flashed across the penalty box on the 6-yard box. He's been gobbling them up. Yeah, I did say, Scouts. I did warn you, chat. Yeah, both the quality that both teams do possess. Yeah, really good, man. Really good. But I think if anyone's watched Morocco or Brazil, yeah, I think we all know a bit of the quality as well, don't we? But yeah, keep an eye on, chat. There's any Reds out there that are watching tonight. Keep an eye on Buadi. He's been linked to Liverpool over the last couple of months as well. The 18-year-old from Lille. I'm going to be honest, coming into the game, I haven't seen much of him. Seen highlight packages and all that, but yeah, first time to actually to watch him properly play here. But he looks very composed on the ball. Very composed. And that's something that Liverpool midfielders haven't been doing. If he was to come to Liverpool, it would be a breath of fresh air, really, if he continues to play like he has today. Well, yeah, 2002, Brazil. Last time Brazil did win the World Cup. I would have said to a Brazilian or any football fan, it'll be in 2026. Yeah. 24 years later, you wouldn't have won the World Cup. Everyone probably would have looked at you and said, "Yeah, mad." Given how good that Brazilian side, everyone's grew up, whatever generation, maybe in the 50s, 60s as well, 70s, and early 2000s as well. Brazil, just the quality that they do possess as a footballing nation, so good, isn't it? Yeah, they will, Steve. They will, mate. Yeah, they will. Don't be worrying, mate. The new with the new coach, coming in. Let's see, Andoni. Hopefully, we watch a Liverpool side that we are a bit more familiar with in terms of the way they play, and bringing excitement back to watching the games of Liverpool. Hopefully. But there's a lot of work to do in the summer. As Brazil down the left-hand side here now, ball into the penalty box. It's a flick on by Rafinha, and Bonu come off his line very quickly there. Very, very quickly indeed. But Brazil really growing in confidence the last 2 minutes anyway. It took them a while to get into this game, but certainly seem to be picking up a bit more of the confidence. Certainly a lot more of the belief as well. Ball into the penalty box. Mazraoui, not the best at switches there from Brazil. From left to right. Mazraoui. Haven't already done so. Make sure you do drop a like on the video as well. Massively helps out. Brazil here on the edge of the box. Rafinha trying to find Vinicius Jr. It's great recovery work by Hakimi, putting it out for the corner. But it's an exquisite ball by Rafinha. 25 yards from goal. He's an eye of a needle pass to find Vinny Jr. And he's applauding that from his, obviously his Ligue 1 colleague. Not Ligue 1. La Liga colleague. Of course, both of them play for arch rivals Real Madrid and Barcelona, of course. Big up there, Gary. Good to see you in the comments there. Well, yeah, they certainly are, mate. Certainly are indeed. It's been a great, probably the best 19-minute spell we've had in the World Cup so far. In terms of real quality from either side. From both sides, sorry. There's a team meeting going on in the 6-yard box here. The big lads. So it'll be a in-swinger from Lucas Paquetá. Ball in. Cleared by Morocco. It's fell to Vinicius Jr. Shot on target by Brazil. It's been cleared. Do drop a like on the video as well, chat, if you are new. Yeah, there would, Gary, but we've got Andoni, mate. We've got Andoni. We're winning a lot with Andoni, lads. But yeah, it's going to be exciting this season, chat. Anyway, the football for Liverpool, it will certainly pick up. Hopefully we can get a couple more big signings as well in the summer to add to what we've got. Would be great as well. Load of tricky wingers would do us a world of good for the new season. But Brazil down the right-hand side here now. Ibanez. Yeah, Paqueta. Paqueta's been absolutely disastrous here. So poor. Ball forward here. Morocco did in. Alisson Becker. It's 1-0 Morocco. PSV's hitman has delivered from Morocco. Straight through the heart of that Brazilian defence. And it's 1-0 to Morocco, but certainly they do deserve it. What a finish by the PSV forwards. So Bardi as well. I tell you what, I need to find out who passed that ball straight through the heart of that Brazilian back line. But Morocco, 1-0. Anyone just tuning in now, it's been all Morocco. But Alisson Becker in no man's land. It's a bit, I suppose Ali had to come out, but the composure from the PSV Eindhoven forwards. He clearly seen Alisson come off his line very quick. But a superb Salbiri with a little dinked finish over the advancing Brazilian goalkeeper. And if anyone's just tuned into this match, Morocco being special Absolutely fantastic 21 minutes in. So yeah, Brazil, as I was saying before, Paqueta losing the ball in the Moroccan half, and then, yeah, horrendous. It was Brahim Diaz, chat. Brahim Diaz with an exquisite... If you haven't seen this goal back tonight, chat, check it out. Straight through the heart of that Brazilian back line. But yeah, I think Carlo's got to sub Paqueta off. Paqueta is absolutely struggling. But fair play to Morocco. But yeah, just a little water break and a hydration break for both sides. But Brazil certainly needs a little break indeed to get to galvanise themselves, to get together, and Carlo to absolutely blast them, because they've been horrendous. But taking nothing away from Morocco, they deserve to be 1-0 up, and even possibly, if Brazil don't in the next 10-15 minutes, they will find themselves 2-0 down if they're not careful. But yeah, it was just... Chat, do you reckon Ali coming off as... I suppose Ali... It made Salberi's decision just to dink him that much easier, if I'm being honest, chat. But yeah, just... It's one of them, chat. If Alisson stays in his goal, then maybe. But I think the fact that Ali's come off his line so quick... But yeah, I don't even get why that's getting checked for offside. But Gabriel playing him on, he's miles on. He's a good 5, 6, 7 yards on a PSV Eindhoven striker, straight through the heart of that Brazilian defence. And yeah, I don't even get what Alisson's trying to do there, chat, if I'm being honest. What's he doing? I get he's trying to win that ball, but he's a good 10, 15 yards off him. Silly decision, but one of them. But chat, Morocco, what a game of football we've watched. We've only watched for 24 minutes here. Grab the popcorn. This should be getting exciting. But no surprise there, chat. As we said in the build-up, obviously the PSV forward, 25-year-old Moroccan forward, has scored 19 goals in the Eredivisie this season, getting 9 assists in 37 appearances. The year prior to that, for PSV Eindhoven, he registered 15 goals and 14 assists. So he's a man that certainly knows how to find the back of the net for club and country. And certainly Carlo, the camera's just panned on him there. He's not happy. But as certainly Dunga and many Brazilian managers have struggled in the dugout. But yeah, the Brazilian fans all on the phones. Lads, what are you doing? Get off your phones. You've spent all that money to go to the game. Get off your phone. Even though you probably don't even want to be watching the game, because Brazil being terrible. But game back on here, chat. Obviously, the added time will be collected. "20 games on opening Brazilian, like for Brazil, they've never been beaten on the opening game of a World Cup in 20 games. That's some record, but I tell you, it's certainly that record. Records are there to be broken, and if Morocco continue playing like the way they have, then that record will certainly be under threat as it is currently. But as Gary said there, mate, terrible defending. Yeah, terrible defending, Gary. But certainly fantastic attacking threat by Morocco. When they get the ball forward, they get it through quick, forward with a lot of pace and a lot of quality. Big up there, see, yeah, 1-0. But I don't get what Carlo Ancelotti's doing. Get Paqueta off, lads. absolutely awful first 25 minutes. Hakimi forward. Hakimi! Wide. But again, you could drive a tank through that Brazilian defence at the minute. It's so open. You don't want to be giving any Moroccan player any time and space, but it's absolutely free for any Moroccan forward to get at this Brazilian defence. Heavy touch there, but fair play. Casemiro, no foul there, referee, play on. Yeah. But the Moroccan team are just swarming all around this Brazilian team. Hakimi down the right. Brahim Diaz. It'll give and go. Bunahi. Buardi. Trying to play that through the legs of Santos. He's got a throw in down the right. Yeah. Yeah, Thiago. He has to, mate. Obviously, the only best chance Brazil, if anyone's just tuned in, Thiago, obviously, when Vinicius Jr. got it to the byline. But yeah, it's just Brazil really struggling. And that is going to be a free kick on Brahim Diaz. Get Paqueta. If I'm a Brazilian fan, get Paqueta off. He's been absolutely horrendous. He's not linking the play. He's doing absolutely nothing. I'm surprised, Carlo Ancelotti. Do you want to be making a sub this early? No, but if you find yourselves 2-3-0 down in the opening 35 minutes, then he has to be proactive, Carlo. For a man of his experience as a player and as a manager, I'm a bit surprised. But I suppose a lot can change in the next 10-15 minutes before half time. But they can find themselves 2 or 3-0 down if they're not careful. Big opportunity there. El Nui on the front post there. They had the free header. Oh, a little back heel. Marquinhos with a crucial block. Brahim Diaz. It's comfortable for Alisson. But again, for the split second there, it looked like Morocco were in. And again, sloppy by Casemiro. Shocking by Brazil. They're all looking at each other going, are you going to do something? Well, fair play, Morocco will keep this up. Yeah, Casemiro. It's men against boys here at the minute. Absolutely horrendous. Diaz on the edge of the box. Brahim Diaz. Paqueta. Buardi. Anahi, ball into the box. Not the greatest of clearances. Hakimi over the bar. But 30 minutes in here, chat. And Brazil are all at sea. All at sea. It's terrible. What is this? Come on, Morocco. But yeah, just so much. Brazil playing like an old side at the minute. Yeah, well, it's their own fault for playing Casemiro in 2026 in a World Cup defensive midfield. I'm sorry. There must be better defensive midfielders than Casemiro in the whole of Brazil. Around Europe as well, surely. Maybe Casemiro 6-7 years ago when he was at his pomp at Real Madrid, but not 2026. Vinicius Jr. here now, inside the penalty box. First couple of touches he's had all game. Vinicius Jr. on the byline. Can he pick out a Brazilian teammate? No. Can he get a shot? Oh, what a goal! That's more like it. For as poor as they have been, Brazil, they've got the firepower to win any tournament. Tell you, Vinicius Jr. It's quick feet. Everyone thought, oh, maybe he gets to the byline. But no, he's went, you know what, with Brazil being so poor, you can't give that lad any time and space inside the penalty box. Absolutely sent a rocket into the top right corner. Game back on. What a game of football we got here, chat. In a bit, little drop of the shoulder there. Vinicius Junior's like, you know what, I'm just going to go on my own. But it's very surprising they've allowed him that time and space. They've given him half a second. But a player like Vinicius Junior, that's all you need. That's all he needs. Oh, what a strike. Inside the penalty box. But yeah, for as poor defensively Brazil have been, it might be the forward lads that absolutely bail them out. Yeah, it looks like he's playing under Ten Hag again. But yeah. Yeah, South Africa's defending was really poor as well, mate. But game back on here, chat. Will this give them the much needed confidence boost? But I tell you, your Moroccan coaches say, keep on playing the way you have. But, as we know, certainly Paqueta and Casemiro need an absolute rocket. But yeah, so open. It's so open, this game, chat. Because again, Morocco were going on here down the right-hand side. Is that going to be a foul? I think it will be by Vinny Jr. on Ashraf Hakimi. Yeah, it's a foul. Not a malicious there. But yeah. Yeah, it's a foul. But that's what like the likes of Garincha, R9s, the Pelés of the great Brazilian sides. They'd always step up in the big moments. And that's what Vinicius Jr. has done. They've been on the ropes, Brazil, but when you've got that quality at the top end of the pitch, whether that be for Real Madrid or certainly for Brazil as well, they can bail you out of absolutely everything. So Morocco here got a good opportunity. It's going to be an in-swinging free kick here to the right-hand side of the penalty box. Ball in by Morocco. Cleared, fell to the edge of the box. Brahim Diaz. Ball into the box. Alisson with a big punch out. Good goalkeeping that by our Ali. Well done, lads. All the way back to Bonu now. And between the sticks. But yeah, it was a screamer at Gary Lau, wasn't it? Screamer by Vinny Jr. But certainly, in terms of quality-wise, apologies, chat, I didn't watch the USA game, but in terms of quality-wise, we knew the type of quality coming into this game. I think everyone did, but in terms of the first 35-minute period, fantastic as a neutral. Jimenez could do with Cafu this tournament, but they haven't. You haven't got a player in that right-hand side of their defence like Cafu no more. Or even a Maicon. Remember him as well? He was an alright fullback, or even Dani Alves. Yeah, Brazil, down the years, have been very blessed to have very good fullbacks. Even Carlos Alberto go all the way back there as well. He was a centre-half, could play right back as well. But it's going to be a throw-in. Oh yeah, what a game so far, chat. If you just tuned in, Reds, or Brazilians or Moroccans, you've missed one hell of a start to the game for both sides. But certainly, Morocco have been absolutely exceptional. Prior to conceding that goal that Brazil scored anyway, it was backs against the wall for the large spell of the game for Brazil, but Vinicius Junior, that's going to be a yellow card. It should be a yellow card for Brazilian. And Casemiro, he's looking like a man that's about 70 at the minute, trying to play at an international level for Brazil. It just looks far too quick for him. Far too quick. Little drop of the shoulder by Brahim Diaz. Not Brahim Diaz, sorry there, chat. Morocco's number 24. El Yunus. But yeah, Casemiro, early yellow card. It's going to be fascinating to watch that, chat. If you're a Moroccan player or forward, you're one of the lads, you're saying, get at him. Get at him. Try and get him a second yellow card. Get him sent off. Go down to 10 men. And I tell you, if Brazil went down to 10 men, then this would be a cricket score for Morocco, in all honesty. That extra man in midfield would do the world of good for them. Yeah, it's going to be a goal kick there for Brazil. Vinicius Junior, not just a great footballer, but he looks like he's being the cheerleader for the Brazilian national side at the minute. Yeah, ball speed, 101 kilometres. I don't know why we're not using miles per hour, but whatever. Sorry, chat. Who would have known miles per hour would have said. But on that graphic, that's what it says. Ball down the right. Rafinha not had too many opportunities so far tonight. But never did Vinicius Junior not too long ago. It was a good interception. Buwardi. I'll tell you what, it's so good by Buwardi there. How's he got out of that? But the final ball there from Buwardi let him down on that occasion. But he was swarmed by about 3-4 Brazilian players there. Fair play to the lad. Quick feet. Vinny Junior, little give and go. That's what you want to be doing when you got Vinny Junior in close proximity. Little gives and goes on the edge of the box. That's what he thrives in. Those little tight pockets of space. Thiago needs to be doing better in terms of keeping hold of that ball. Ball's just at the minute bouncing off him. Not keeping hold of it. Oh, Alan Shearer's just said exactly what I've said. Nice one, Alan. Must have heard me. Certainly Alan Shearer knows a lot about being a hold-up striker anyway, the many goals he scored. Alan Shearer done many of those goals, backing into strike, backing into centre-halves and just linking up the play. Whether that be on a Blackburn shirt or an England shirt, or certainly a Newcastle shirt as well. Well, Vinny Junior, it's going to be some battle that. Hakimi versus Vinny Junior. Ball into the box. Neymar. So yeah, wearing some earrings there. They're very blingy. Probably worth more than everyone's monthly wage. Others. Very expensive earrings. It's a heavy touch there by Morocco. I tell you what, he's done well there to recover that. As a possible breakaway here for Morocco if they can get it right. Down the right hand side, Brahim Diaz. Hakimi down the right. Ball into the mixer. Cleared by Brazil. It's a poor clearance by Paqueta. And he's got it again. And he's got away with that again. Paqueta. He's had an absolute nightmare 40 odd minutes anyway. Former West Ham man. Has really struggled. Yeah, chat, there's no thoughts on the game so far. Very lively game. Ball down the right hand side. Bruno Gomes. He's got it on the byline. He's kept it in here, the Brazilian. No, Mazraoui brought him down. Brahim Diaz, possibility of a counter-attack here. Ibanez. And that will be a yellow card for Ibanez there. Yeah, it's an awful challenge on Brahim Diaz. Really poor challenge. Absolutely wiped him out there. Certainly a deserved yellow card for the Brazilian right back. Ball forward here now for Brazil. Oh, give and go. Ball shifted to Vinicius Jr. Picked up a bit more of a central position here. Sloppy by Vinny. Brahim Diaz, such a great player, chat. I tell you, I don't know he'd come to Liverpool, but I know Liverpool needing a bit more better attacking quality. I don't know how much it cost to bring in Brahim Diaz, but wouldn't be against it. Good little player, man. Very good player indeed. So first time actually Brazil for a while have had the ability just to regroup, galvanise themselves here. 15 seconds left of normal time in the first opening 45 minutes. Probably going to be about 5-6 minutes added on. Obviously with the break as well in between. So Paqueta from 50 odd yards here. No. Ball to the far stick. Not the greatest of clearances. There's a possibility for a breakaway here for Morocco if they can get it right. 4 minutes added on there, chat. Brahim Diaz. Little give and go. Buwadi. Really good flick round the corner here by Buwadi. Hakimi now. So you have the Liverpool scouts are in the stands. Or watching at home. They'll be very impressed. I think we all have. Certainly playing. He's playing like an experienced 25, 26-year-old veteran at the heart of the Morocco midfield against Brazil. So 4 minutes added on there, chat. And 1-1. Little flick round the corner there. Paqueta. Ball into the box. Paqueta. Big save by Bonu. First time Paqueta actually broke the Morocco midfield and that defensive line. A little scissor kick by the Flamengo attacking midfielder. Little half overhead kick. But certainly Bono getting it away from the left-hand post. But a big shot on target. First time he's been able to get into the penalty box and showcase his attacking quality. Balling. Oh, big opportunity there. He's saying that should be a. He's saying that should be a free kick. He's saying. Anyway. Well, yeah. So 3 minutes left to go here of normal time. Long searching ball here. Morocco. Chat, do drop a like on the video as well if you haven't already done so. Massively helps out the channel. Hit that subscribe button if you are new as well. A goal from Vinicius Jr. getting Brazil back into this game. And Vinicius Jr. he's got an option down the left. He's just ran into the Moroccan defender there. That's going to be a foul on Brahim Diaz. And again, Paqueta, they'll be frustrated, but the moans from the Brazilian fans, it was a foul. But yeah, it's some battle that. Hakimi versus Vinicius Jr. I'll tell you what, he didn't win the ball there, chat. Looking on the replay. It's not a great challenge that by Ashraf Hakimi. And you can understand why Vinny Jr. was being a bit disappointed there. All the way back to Alisson Becker. And that is half-time here, chat. Half-time. Brazil 1, Morocco 1. Tell you, what a 45-minute period we've had, chat, and I know yous have all certainly enjoyed, if you are watching alongside the commentary, this game. Sabari getting a goal in the 21st minute, and Vinicius Jr. getting equaliser on the 32nd minute. But yeah, a fantastic game to watch and commentate on. But yeah, fantastic game of football. But yeah, chat, thoughts on that? Yeah, it's fantastic game of football. Let's have a little look at some of the big key points anyway. Some of the possession-wise, make sure that's reset anyway, the possession-wise. Brazil slightly, narrowly, just edging the possession stats. Obviously, the biggest statistic for everyone is, of course, 1-1. But in terms of XG, Morocco, 1.22. 12 total shots for Morocco, but only 2 shots on target. Brazil have had 6 total shots, registered 2 shots on target. So both sides, 2 shots apiece for either of them as well. And yeah, Morocco have had 11 touches in the opposition box of the Brazilian box, and Brazil have had 9 touches in the Moroccan box as well. So, and either a piece, 1 big chance for either side anyway. But yeah, chat, what's your analysis on that game? It's been a fantastic for me, and probably for everyone watching tonight. It's been absolutely exceptional. Hopefully we do get a winner. From either side, and we do see it a lot more of that better quality as well. But yeah, I just find it fascinating, no chat. I'm a bit surprised. I'll tell you what, funny thing is, here's me shouting, obviously. There was a period in time where, like, Paqueta, Casemiro, before Brazil got their equaliser, they were really struggling, weren't they, in all honesty. Like, you look at that midfield battle, El Yanu as well, and then Bouadi as well, really doing well in terms of stopping the supply line to the likes of Casemiro and Bruno Gomes. There was periods where they were really, really struggling. But yeah, if you don't sort that out, I do think possibly it could lose them the game as well. Because defensively, like in transition, Brazil can't continue to keep on conceding little silly errors at the back anyway. But there's been many occasions where Morocco could have just got that extra man inside the penalty box, just got their head up, squared it across the pitch as well. But yeah, it's fascinating, chat, in all honesty. How this game does transpire for the two teams as well. Let's have a little look. I'm sure I missed any of the comments as well. But yeah, much appreciated, everyone. Keep on getting your like, share and subscribe if you are new to Anfield Road TV. We will be live for the Scotland game a bit later as well, everyone. So yeah, hopefully that game doesn't disappoint. Should be a good one anyway. But yeah, you're looking across that pitch. In terms of Ibanez as well. Sorry there, chat. Obviously he's more of a centre half, but he's been tasked with playing right back this evening, and he is certainly, especially in the first opening 10, 15, 20 minutes of the game, was really, really struggling to deal with, obviously, El Kanous, the Leicester man, as well. Put a little drop of the shoulder, and certainly for the star man at the minute, in terms of, for Morocco, everything good is going through Brahim Diaz, as it usually typically does. I think, obviously, if anyone watched him in the African Cup of Nations as well, he was their star man. But yeah, chat, I tell you, Liverpool need a right-sided attacker, chat, and he's one person that I haven't actually thought of, if I'm being honest, chat, in all honesty. You look at what he can do down that right-hand side. Yeah. Could you get him? Could you prize him away from Real Madrid? Probably not anyway. But I think Liverpool, all the talk for Liverpool, and rightly so, needing players that can play down that right-hand side. Of course, Liverpool heavily linked with Yan Diamande, but chat, he's a player that went under my radar, in all honesty, when I've actually tried to think of right-sided attacker midfielders, right wingers as well. But yeah, he's a lad with a lot of quality. Whether that would translate well to English football, but yeah, one to keep an eye on, chap. But yeah, I'm pretty. He probably won't leave Real Madrid, will he, at all? But yeah, he's a lad with a lot of quality. Chat, what do you think on Alisson Becker coming off his line? Do you think that was the right decision? I suppose I understand we all understand what he's trying to do there, trying to narrow down the gap anyway. But I think he's just timed that, like, when he's coming off his line, very poorly. But it's just made the decision for the Moroccan forward that bit more easier. Just obviously with Ali, that's so much space and time in behind Ali that it's still an exquisite finish, in all honesty. But yeah, Morocco's ability just to get in behind the likes of Bruno Gomes and Casemiro, really struggling between the lines, so disjointed. The pivot, or the two central midfield players for Brazil as well. But yeah, I do wonder if Ali actually stayed in his goal. Probably would have still resulted in a goal, in all honesty, chat. But yeah, if it was Ali, I personally would have stayed on my line. But yeah, I suppose when you only get half a second to think about it, he was wanting to try and quickly. Because the thing is, if he was still in the box, he could have used his arms. But the fact that Alisson's come out of his box, he can't use his arms, can he? It would have been very different if he was inside the penalty box, the Moroccan forward. Then maybe he could have just put his hands up in the box. But in that situation, you can't quite make that difference, really, at all. So yeah, fascinating chat. Keep on getting your comments in as well, everyone. You are new to Anfield Road TV. But yeah, it's going to be fascinating indeed. Well, yeah, bear with me 1 second there, chat. Going to get a quick drink again. Let's get a refill, and yeah, we'll be back on the way for the second half very, very, very soon indeed. 1 second there, chat. Make sure I see all your comments as well. So yeah, Brazil's possession, yeah, it is, Gary. It's really poor, mate, isn't it? really, really poor, in all honesty. Brazil's attack, suspicious, I think that means, Gary. But yeah, 100% there, mate. It was Brahim Diaz who played that brilliant pass. Yeah, it was Zane. Yeah, as I said on the replay, it's that goal, mate. But yeah, he's Zane. Chat, would you take Diaz at Liverpool? Obviously, there's big talk of obviously Andy Amande. We can understand his quality. I think Diaz, I've just checked there, he is 26. I think he might be turning 27 this season. But yeah, he probably won't leave Real Madrid. But yeah, I think every time I watch him, he's a very good player. But I suppose probably getting caught up too much in the hype of the game tonight. But he's a very talented player. Um, but yeah, he's playing at the tip of the spear really for Morocco. But I think he's massively helped out by having obviously Hakimi behind him. But chat, I'll be back in a little second. Quick drink. Oh, dear, chat. Slight delay there. We are underway here, chat. I'll quickly get that timer back up to full speed there. '46. We are in the I'm going spot on there, chat. If you want to sync up your comments here or whatnot. But chat, are we? Have I missed any in the second half? Still 1-1, chat, don't be worrying. Still 1-1. Ball in for Brazil. Ball into the box. It's going to be another corner for Brazil. Not the greatest of deliveries. But it's going to be Rafinha with an in-swinger with that left boot. Ball into the box from post. Missed everyone. Vinicius Jr. Down the left. Can he get a ball in? Great interception there from Morocco. Brahim Diaz. And there we go, chat. Sorry there, chat. I missed that one. I was going to be downstairs. But as we were saying at half time, chat, Brazil needed to make some changes. And that has certainly been the case. Danilo and Fabinho have come on, which is understandable considering how much of a poor outing both of those players did have. So Danilo, the former City man. So Danilo coming on for Ibanez, and Fabinho coming on for Casemiro, which is understandable. That Morocco side were running rings round the former Manchester United midfielder. So Fabinho, good to see him in a Brazilian shirt. Certainly do miss Liverpool, even still to this day, since he's departed, a player of his quality in that central defensive midfielder. Literally, I said to you, get the popcorn in the first half. I've got it now. Well, yeah, it's certainly been picturesque, this quality of football from both sides. But yeah, chance we will be back live at 2 o'clock for the Brazil versus Scotland for the Haiti Scotland game anyway. Mazraoui. Morocco, much better spell of possession in the second half. Yes, real time that they've been able to go forward. Because Brazil have reacted probably the way that you've needed, that Carlo Ancelotti would have wanted. Little give and go, Hakimi, great interception there by Santos. And Brazil going forward here now. Vinicius Jr. over the halfway line, attacking the left-hand flank. Vinicius Jr. Little drop of the shoulder. Ball back into the penalty box. Cleared by Mazraoui. Absolute big hoof there. Get it out. Gary's not on the bench tonight, mate. He's out injured at the minute. Neymar. He should be... I was looking at... But yeah. Yeah, sorry there, chat. So yeah, Gary, sorry there, chat. It's a bit funny. I think the BBC having an audio issues at the minute in terms of the commentary. Just randomly heard some fella go, 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 go. Certainly wasn't a go, go, go. It was nearly a go, go there, Thiago. But yeah, sloppy by Morocco. Those substitutions have really done the magic. But yeah, Gary, Neymar should be back for match week 2, game 2 for Brazil. I think that's what the medical staff were saying last week anyway. But Rafinha down the right hand side here now. Can the Barcelona man pick out something in the box? No. Cleared by Morocco. Comfortable for the Moroccan defenders. Yeah, much better by Brazil. And certainly, as I was saying before, certainly got a lot more balance, a lot more confidence now within the side. Fabinho able to get his head up and look for that pass forward. But certainly from a defensive point of view, Danilo, a bit more defensive solidity down that right-hand flank. Little give and go. Bruno Gomes intercepted here. Can Morocco spring a counter-attack? Morocco, he's fouled there in the build-up for Fabinho. And now Brazil going forwards. Igor Thiago. Is that going to be a free kick? Referee said play on. Back to Thiago. Oh, he's let it run for Vinicius Jr. I was a bit surprised he didn't take that in his stride, the Brentford forwards. And now that is a foul on Hakimi. Now very end-to-end the last 60 seconds. As it was. But yeah, Brazil slowly but surely, even with the goal just before half-time anyway, and grow into the game much more than he did previously when Casemiro and Ibanez were on the pitch. Rocco trying to go forward here. Brazilian bench are going absolutely berserk. The 4th official just had to go out there and tell them to calm down. Don't know what they were going mad off. Mazraoui's pushed off. Rafinha. Mazraoui. Morocco down this left-hand channel here now. Yeah. Zabani. Cleared by Paqueta. Sorry there, chat. I'll make those subs as well. Oh, jeez. But yeah, that's better by Paqueta. He's drawing in a foul on that situation. Oh, sorry, chat. I made those subs. Yeah, and Santos, ball forward here now, Brazil. Interesting when you can start creating more attacking opportunities, creating that space in behind. Rafinha. Well, chat, thoughts on the second half performance by Brazil? I think we were all expecting a bit more, possibly, from them. going to be a free kick, and it's a poor tackle by Thiago. But I tell you what, not malicious anyway, but Thiago, he's entitled to go for that, but he's left one on the centre half there. That'll hurt. Dead leg, certainly, right, from Thiago. But yeah, it's going to be a goal. Well, free kick here for Bonu. Long searching ball for Brazil going forward. Brahim Diaz down the right hand side. Needs a bit of support here from his Moroccan teammates. Not having got too much support here. Well, it's a good doubling up. Pride of Brazil defence there. Alisson Becker. Morocco really pressing high and wide here. Let's see if Brazil can play out from the back and play through the press. And that is a foul on Rafinha. But yeah, it's one thing they've done really well tonight, Morocco, in terms of pressing when needs be. Fury Hall. No, how did it get on there? Scouse. Who won? I'm guessing Fury won because he's the boxer. Was it awful, that? It's mad, innit? How, like, the boxers, like, it's, well, you're getting boxers against bodybuilders. Eddie Hall, obviously, he's one of the strongest men in the world, isn't he? Vinicius Jr., who won that lap? I'm guessing it was Fury. But I'll be very surprised if he's been knocked out by Eddie Hall. But yeah. Brazil now, as we approach the hour mark very soon, the Brazilian side will be hoping to be picking up a bit more confidence as well. A bit more belief in the side. And certainly just trying to get that ball to the likes of Vinicius Jr. on a more regular occasion. Yeah, 100% there, Gary. Much better, lad. Much better. Certainly what we were missing in the first opening 45. Nah, got a bevy there, Gary. No coffee tonight, lad. Maybe for the Scotland game. Keep me awake. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, 100% miss. I think the substitutions have done the world a good, lad. All good. Really changed the dynamic and the complexion of the game so far at the minute. Oh, miscontrol here. Brazil might be in. Well, they would have been if that weight of the pass was on, in all honesty, but a massively overhit pass by Brazilian midfielders there. Because it would have been a 2-on-1 opportunity there for Brazil. Yeah, he should have been in there, Brazil, on that occasion. And Ancelotti shaking his head. You can understand why. It was a big opportunity missed by Brazil. So it looks like Matheus Cunha and Henrique are coming on here. I'm surprised, in all honesty, but I'm surprised Paqueta has survived 60 minutes. Had an awful first half, but fair play to Carlo Ancelotti. Giving him another 15 minutes to go, right? Go and prove me wrong. But yeah, the Zenit, number 21. Obviously playing in the Russian league. But yeah, two substitutions there. Matheus Cunha coming on for Thiago. So a Premier League striker coming on for another Premier League striker. But yeah, he's fed on He's not had much, has he? Thiago, in all honesty, really struggled. They haven't really given him the supply line at all. Brazil going forward, a long searching kick from the Moroccan goalkeeper. So Bequeta come off as well. So 2 changes there. Lucas Paquetá coming off. Mateus Cunha and Luis Enrique going on for Igor Thiago. As we go past the hour mark here. So I say a bit bloodied there, Fabinho. If it was up to Fabinho, we'd still be playing there. He's as hard as nails, that fella. He'd be disappointed to leave the pitch, but it's the protocol, of course. Obviously, Fabinho, very bloodied with the mouth. Pretty sure he'd be alright to play on anyway. Oh, is it 2-minute rounds? Oh, yeah, it's not even a proper boxing match, is it? I get those rules are in place to protect the non-boxers. But yeah, mad, isn't it? Like, in all honesty, boxing is such a professional sport. No one that is trained, because it only takes one punch, chat. Like it is. Like all of us, if you watch boxing, so much respect to like the sport in general as well, but when you're getting like UFC fighters or weightlifters in a ring with a professional boxer, it's just very dangerous, if I'm being honest. A lot of it is scripted, I do feel. A lot of it is very scripted. I'm sorry, even like Tyson Fury, not Tyson Fury. Yes, Mike Tyson was at like, how old he is, like 50, 60. I'm sorry, if Mike Tyson was left alone with Jake Paul, the fact, even for like a minute or two, it'd absolutely spark him to bits. If it comes to an actual, even though Mike Tyson, yeah, he's old now, but away from the ring, if you let him alone for like a minute, he'd batter him. Mike Tyson would batter him. Yeah, Fabinho was getting a fresh shirt here, chat. So at the minute, Brazil are down to 10 men. Only with the... So if you're Morocco, you're pressing, he's like mad. With the man less. Yeah, real potential on the side, Gary. Real potential. Just about being composed. And very much showcasing the quality when you get it. Brahim Diaz has come off their track, so that's a big substitution, in all honesty. Rafinha, ball into the box. Enrique. Danilo on the byline for Brazil. Not the greatest of crosses there. We had chat. Morocco's star player is coming off. Or has come off anyway. And it's going to be fascinating how they deal with that substitution change. Morocco. Ball into the box, Cunha. Big opportunity there for Brazil. A fantastic ball into the box by Bruno Gimenez. Done really well there. Ball whipped across. The Newcastle man. It's a great cross indeed. It was Rafinha, sorry there, chat, that nearly got on the end of it. Nearly got away with it. But yeah, it's a big responsibility now. So 2 changes. Iwani went off. Elberet has come on, and Talby has come on. And there's a hydration break there, chat, so that would be perfect time to do the substitutions. Changes. And Iwani has come off there as well. But yeah, chat, who do you expect to be the winner here? Out of both sides. Will it be Morocco for you, or will it be Brazil showcasing their quality that they do possess? But don't be surprised here, chat. There's still, as we've seen in the last game earlier on today, wasn't it? So, Barry. Well, yeah, hydration break going on here at the minute. I'm pretty sure Carlo Ancelotti giving them the vital instructions. Little raise of the eyebrow, I'm pretty sure he's given as well. The magic of the eyebrow. But yeah, I think the Moroccan coach just looks like he's asking players just to be a bit more pressing, a bit more tighter as well in the final third. Because I tell you, if they continue again for another 20 minutes pressing the way they have, it's asking a lot from the Moroccan side just to continue playing and pressing the way they have. But as we've seen again of Qatar against Switzerland, it only takes that one last counter attack anyway. Yeah, make sure you drop a like on the video as well if you haven't already done so as well, Eds. Much appreciated. Morocco at the other end. Miscontrol there on the edge of the Brazilian box. Matthias Cunha. I think that's what he'd be asking Carlo. Matthias Cunha just to be dropping a bit more deeper. Trying to link up the play. We'll see, it looks like Rafinha's gone a bit more central in the Brazilian attack now. Rafinha. Obviously, he's still got a player like Endrick as well off the bench as well, chat. Yeah, he's had a fantastic season for Leon. Telby. Obviously, Morocco's number 7. Got very good, quick feet. Ball in behind the Brazilian. Morocco, it's going to be a corner. So, Beardy. Oh no, it was offside. Late flag there, chat, apologies. our late flag, so it was offside. But again, another opportunity. Yeah, it's very tight, that. That's very, very tight. Just offside. Chav, how are we, lads? Yeah, seeing that, Chav. Yeah, big up there, mate. Yeah, it looks like it might. I think a couple of journalists will come out tonight and kind of dampen those links anyway. But yeah, it will be fascinating in the future, bud. In terms of the next big moves, anyway. Talby. It's a sloppy touch there by Morocco. Just a big opportunity opened up for them if they could just get the couple of last passes to go there. Buadi. But yeah, hope you well, Jav. Nice one for tuning in, mate. Much appreciated, fella. Buadi under a fair amount of pressure here. I'll tell you what, he's so good under possession. Under pressure, sorry, chat. He's able to get out with the ball and thread that ball forward. There was a foul on Ashraf Hakimi. Nice speed there. Speed's getting the camera in anyway. I swear Speed just spends the whole game just going around the stadium anyway, just meeting everyone. Not even watching the game. Lovely play by Morocco here. It's Talby on his left-hand side. If Morocco, Mazraoui, there's an underlap and run if he can make it, as I say, underlap him. Morocco down the left-hand side here now on the byline. Ball in, cleared by Fabinho at the front post. But 16 minutes left to go here for Morocco and Brazil. There's still another goal in this game, I do feel. Who's going to be capitalising on this big opportunity on this game? But Morocco have had the better of the last 2-3 minute periods. First best spell of the second half for Morocco. Obviously played really well in the opening 45 minutes. Yes, they conceded a goal, but they had more of the better play anyway. But apart from that goal, both goalkeepers have conceded. I think as we head into the last quarter of the hour mark of this game, I think certainly both teams need to be testing both goalkeepers much better. How was it, Jav? England or Spain? It's a good shout, that, mate. I personally feel, I think it will be either France or Portugal, mate, if I'm being honest. I just think it's going to be either one of them for me. But you never know. Could be surprised. But again, England are probably disappointers. Disappointers always. Even when they get to a final. Oh, sloppy touch there by Vinny Jr. Talby. Sabari. Fair play to Vinicius Jr. He's closed down that ball. Yes, he's lost it, but he's tracked back. Full house for Brazil and Morocco. Not surprised. When Brazil come to town, certainly do sell the tickets. Once in a lifetime opportunity. If you got your Brazil in your city, you've got to go and watch them, regardless. Even if it's a friendly or whatnot, you've got to go. Obviously, an international tournament like the World Cup. Obviously, I think America have hosted it twice, haven't they, now? So Barry down the right hand side. He's done well there to manoeuvre away. Ball into the box, and there's no one flying the far stick for Morocco. Done so well, Talby on the byline, and Morocco to transition that ball into the middle of the pitch. There was no one at the far stick to put that into the back of the net. But chat, do you think there's going to be a winner in this game? With 13 minutes left to go, plus added time. All to play for, so still. All the way back to Alisson Becker here now. Ball out to try and find Matthias Cunha. Cunha, with a lovely ball to find Vicinic Jr. on the byline, down the left-hand side. And it's a shot on target by Rafinha. Comfortable for the goalkeeper. But that was an outstanding pick out from the Manchester United forward to find Vicinic Jr. Oh, apologies, chat. But yeah, in all honesty, I think Rafinha should have been able to try his best to generate as much power as he possibly could on that. Bonu's down. Oh yeah, there's another Brazilian player coming on here by the looks of it. Javi, you saying 2-1, lad? You saying 2-1? Santos is coming on by the looks of it. Another Santos. Yeah, 2-1. Hopefully we can get a winner from either side here. Would be nice. Bruno Gomes coming on. He did struggle, Bruno, in the first half. The Newcastle man. And let's see, Brazil's number 8. Danilo Santos coming on for him. Like for like switch. So, 2 Santoses on the pitch now. Chat, with 10 minutes left to go here. Hopefully we have a couple more goals. But I don't know. First half was a much better half, but you never know. The pace might pick up over the next 10 minutes. Both sides will certainly go full throttle. They'll be going for the extra goal. Both sides won't be happy with a point. Morocco. Down the left. Talby on the left. Very tricky attacking midfielder. Talby again. Buwadi all the way back to his defence. Hakimi. Need to get Hakimi more into this game, Morocco, if you want to stand a chance. Alright, slopping as a possible breakaway here for Brazil. Vicinic Jr. to find Rafinha. Pick up that position down the right-hand side here now. The Barca man, he's attacking the penalty area. He's found Santos. Coming together there and on the edge of the box. Between a Brazilian player and a Moroccan player. Both of them have picked themselves up. Matthias Cunha inside the penalty area. Cunha, he's appealing for a corner. He's certainly got that. And fair play. First time Cunha's actually come on and really penetrated that Moroccan penalty area. Really positive. One touch out with his feet. And just driving at that defence. I felt that was a corner, chat. Referee there. Unless he must have had a little word with the line out. But yeah, I felt that was a corner, chat, and being honest, but it's a goal kick. But yeah, chat, massive thank you everyone that is tuned in. Absolute legends. Fabinho. Rafinha! Oh, it's nearly an awful pass back there, chat. Diop there. The Fulham centre half. But Diop. Horrendous back pass there. Yeah, and thankfully for Morocco, Bonu was off his line very quickly there. But Diop, a horrendous pass back there. Got away with that, and he's given the goalkeeper a little wink there as well. The Fulham centre half to his goalkeeper. And Bonu's gone down here again. And I think he is hurt there, obviously holding his shoulder. Carlo Ancelotti doesn't look too impressed. Or is it a bit of just gamemanship anyway? Gamesmanship. Just running down the clock. As the seconds tick by, both sides will be wanting at least one big more opportunity. Given the quality that's on the pitch, there'll certainly be one or two for both of the sides anyway. But you look at the table. If this game does finish 1-1, then of course, and especially if Scotland can get 3 points on the board a bit later, then it will be it's a good result for the likes of Scotland and even Haiti as well. You never know how results might go their way. Maybe it might be a change of goalkeeper here for Morocco. The backup goalkeeper's warming up. Zizou. He wasn't too bad of a player, was he? Zinedine Zidane. How much would he be worth in today's market, chat? Probably 200 million easy. Or what do you reckon? Brazil down the left. 5 minutes left to go here, chat, and as always, Reds, and any Moroccan fans or Brazilians, massive thank you to everyone who's tuned in tonight. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. Buadi. You can understand why Liverpool are having a little look at this lad. A lad with a lot of quality. And certainly probably would come in a bit more cheaper than the likes of Alex Scott and the likes of Anderson. Certainly a lot more cheaper. Morocco versus Scotland is the next game. That's going to be a very lively game. Fabinho with a fantastic interception. Second transition. It wasn't helped at all by his teammates there. Hakimi all the way back to Diop. All the way back to Bonu. Back up on his feet now, chat. It was a bit of gamesmanship. Bonu to Buadi. Oh, lovely little touch there. Morocco down the left-hand channel. Can he get a corner out of that? No. Marquinhos with a clearance again, but the second transition, really loose. Bit of possession from Brazil the last 2-3 minutes here. Buardi still going. Not exactly the way Brazil would want it to close out this game at the minute. Ball down the right here for Morocco. But just again, like we see in the Qatar, just need one bit of quality again into the penalty box and someone to sniff out the chance and put it into the back of the net. And Morocco down the right, ball into the penalty box, cleared by Marquinhos. It's done the job, hasn't gone too far though. I'll tell you what, the pressing from Morocco, absolutely relentless chat. Really impressive. Tell you, you'd say that they wouldn't do it, but in the last World Cup they would played exactly this style of football, this way as well. In your face, getting at teams and causing them absolute carnage. And Morocco's goal scorer has come off. Ramani has come on now. Can he get a winner? Referee's having a firm word there with the Brazilian forward. So free kick here for Morocco. It's going to be a left footer. In swinger. Brazil on the edge of the box. He's brought it down here, Morocco. Salbi. There's a foul. Oh, he's done well there. Brazil, can he spring a quick counter-attack here? Surely got to be a yellow card for the Moroccan. From Sal. Oh, yeah, a bit of a cynical foul there, but you can understand why he's done that. Stopping the phase of play. $10 added on there, chat. Bosh. 10 minutes added on, chat. First time we've had 10 minutes so far in the tournament. There's been many added on moments. See, you'd say 10 minutes, rightly so. And then in here, Brazil, Rafinha needs a bit of support inside the penalty box. Oh, he's found it. Just couldn't quite get the ball, Danilo. Just no one in the centre of the penalty box here to be put that into the back of the net. Again, gets it to the byline, Rafinha. Just no vocal point there at all. And you do wonder if you want to go far in this competition, Brazil, to need to reassure that forward striking line there. And just get someone in between the sticks. Vinicius Jr. got a corner out of that, and Hakimi screaming at his defence. Absolutely livid. But he's got a corner out of that. But yeah, Brazil here. With a corner. 10 minutes added on there, chat. Matthias Cunha. They've been in swinger with his right boot. 2 minutes gone so far in extra time. 2 minutes of the allotted 10. The 92nd minute. Can Brazil take the lead? Ball in. Punch by Bonu. Back out to Cunha. Vinicius Jr.'s made a little good dummy run. And he's got another corner out of that now. Matthias Cunha. Is going to be a quick corner, is there? No. He's waiting for the centre halves to get back into position. Obviously Danilo, the right back now, getting into the penalty box. Gabriel, punch by Bonu. Ball back out to Santos. Danilo, shot on target. Comfortable for the goalkeeper. Yeah, Marquinhos, livid, screaming. Let's have a little look at that angle. Yeah, the Paris Saint-Germain captain and Brazil captain screaming at his teammate there. He wanted that ball, dinked to the far stick. He wasn't found. But a big opportunity missed there from Brazil. And a ball over the top of the Brazilian defence. Can be Brazil being caught up the pitch too high here. Morocco down the right. Salbi. Brahimi, ball into the far stick. Cleared by Danilo to far. Down that right hand side. Now it's Morocco's time to go forward. Bouardi. And Muraba. Hakimi. Good fluid interchanging of passing here for Morocco. Just need to be showing a bit more confidence like they did in the first half. This Moroccan side. Ball forward here for Morocco. Should go be a foul there. And that's going to be a corner to Morocco. He's appealing for a foul there, but he's got a corner out of that. About 6 minutes left to go in this game. I think there's a winner in this chat. As I said earlier on today. So it'll be an in-swinger here. Can Morocco get a winner here with 5 minutes left on the clock? El Moody cleared by Gabriel, the Arsenal man. And he's counting down there. Quick throw. Not the clearances there by Marquinhos. He's crowded out by Moroccan players in red and green. The Man United forward. Salbi. Elienawi. Intercepted by Brazil. But it's a sloppy touch by Vinicius Jr. A diagonal switch. All the way back to the Moroccan goalkeeper. Oh, missed header here from Gabriel. Oh, he's bailed out by Fabinho big time there, chat. And it's going to be a foul by Fabinho. And it's an opportunity now for Morocco from about 35 yards out to drift that ball into the box. It was one of them. It was a foul by Fabinho. Very sloppy. Wasn't anything malicious from the former Liverpool midfielder, but yeah, you can't be leaving your foot in like that with this late stage. Just inviting pressure on needlessly to that Brazilian back line. So you got Hakimi standing over this night. Expect him to whip that ball in. It's just a bit too far out to have a shot from here. So, almost the seconds tick by. Ball into the box. That is a head ender straight into the arms of the grateful Alisson Becker. He'll be waiting for his teammates, but he's gone long here, Ali. A long kick out. Yeah, it's just both. Yeah, straight support kick out by Ali. Really, no one was going for that. But again, you'd expect Morocco and Brazil probably won't be too happy with a point if you ask them. But there's still time here. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. Is there going to be a winner? But chat, as I said, I'll be back live for the Scotland game. As I said, if you don't get your notifications, we will be live. Put your bell notification on so you do always get notified, chat, as well. And a massive thank you to everyone if you have tuned in to the both of the streams today. I felt that was a foul on Vinicius Junior. Referee said nothing of it. Play on. Vinny's got his arms in the air. 2 minutes, just less than 2 minutes left here. Yeah. Hakimi going forward. It's fell for Morocco on the edge of the box. Big save by Alisson. Big save again. Huge double save by Alisson Becker. Taobi on the edge of a great shot. It's a great save by Ali, but his instinctive second save, he parried it. It's a huge save by Liverpool's number one. Yeah, it was looked like it was going wide, but instinctive second arm save by Ali Becker. Integral. There's going to be a corner here now for Morocco. Ball in by Hakimi. There's a Moroccan player down. Diop is down, but no one's closing down Morocco here. Ball again. Second phase is won by Morocco. It's really sloppy by Brazil here. Need to be switching on. 20 seconds left to go. Well, chat, massive thank you to everyone who's tuned in tonight. Across all the streams. Absolute legends. Much appreciated as always. Yeah. Boadi. And that is full time. But Boadi finishing the game the way he started. Calmness personified. And that is Brazil 1. Morocco 1. Certainly the first 45 was very good. A lot of action, but certainly as the second half did transpire, wasn't too much to write home about anyway. But chat, as I said, if I don't see you yet, I'll see you tomorrow. We got plenty of shows. We'll be live again for the Scotland game in an hour's time anyway. But Reds and everyone that is tuned in, massive thank you everyone. Yeah, big up there, have a huge save by Liverpool's number one, Ali Becker. Yeah. It was late to that anyway. But chat, we'll be live in probably another half an hour, 45 minutes for the Scotland versus Haiti. Yeah, certainly Scouse, you said there. Scotland to be very happy with that result, mate, innit? Especially if they can get a result tonight against Haiti, Scotland, and you never know if they can pull off a result against either Morocco or Brazil. But funny things have happened in football, innit, chat? So all eyes now on Scotland, and chat, hopefully we'll be commentating on that. Hopefully the Scots can do the business. I've got a feeling they will be. But chat, look after yourself. I will see you in probably half an hour, 45 minutes time anyway, for Haiti versus Scotland. But chat, see you very soon, Reds. Look after yourselves. And thank you everyone for tuning in. I'll see you very soon.